Good morning. I'm Libby Smith, and up until last year, I've been the head of the hospitality committee here for about 9 years, and it's an awesome team. Interestingly, there's been a heartbeat for hospitality here at Christ Church all the way back to 1906 when this church was built. In the 60s, we added on the education wing and this meeting place, and that's been 50 years ago. And then back in the 80s, we added on the kitchen so that it was more functional for the uses of the church. In about 2004, when we built the sanctuary, this space got some new carpet and some new paint, but it's gotten to the place that as much use as it gets for wonderful occasions like our Sunday meetings, for funerals, for celebrations, for weddings, we started hearing from people that it's a little outdated and that it's really time for our space that we do hospitality in matches the vibrancy of the people who are in this space. So it's time to bring the gathering place into the 21st century. So with our support for this project to refresh and renew the gathering place, a lot of really wonderful things will happen. We'll have a kitchen that's dependable and that's well designed for the 21st century needs of the church. We'll have bright and redesigned bathrooms. We'll have a space here to come to each time we meet that is colorful and well designed for the needs that we have today. So the outcome for this project, the result will be that the vibrancy that has always been here with a heartbeat for hospitality will be reflected in our space and be just as vibrant as the people who fill it every day. And it becomes a fresh and inviting place for us to continue to welcome all as Christ himself.
There was one time during youth group where we were playing sardines, which is like mass hide and seek. Everybody hides and one person hides, everybody seeks, and once you find them, you hide with them. And so it reached a point where the entire youth group was hiding in one of the closets behind the TV. And Miss Kimberly came over to close the door because it was slightly ajar, and we scared her because the entire youth group was hiding amongst a bunch of chairs.
Well, we put on a few dinners there as fundraisers, and the first year we did it, we advertised it as a spaghetti dinner, I guess, or an Italian dinner, and everybody thought, and we charged $15, and everybody thought they were going to get a spaghetti dinner. Well, that's not the case. That's not what we provided. We provided a 5-course Italian meal, and people were surprised. They were so surprised that they even started to leave more money on the tables when we left. We had wine, and it was fun. It was fun.
My favorite memories in the gathering place, without question, are when we're here for families that have had funerals or celebrations of life. They come with such heavy hearts, but we get continual comments about how joyful it is for them to come into this space and feel that heartbeat of hospitality from the people that are here for them.
I think a lot of people, as you see today, they're sitting in there and they're talking, and it's just a good community. People enjoy catching up over the week and what they're doing, and it's going to be great. New flooring, new paint, just a lot of good things happening.
Every time there's a new person in the church, they kind of get flooded by the people in the gap, and I almost feel bad for them because they're constantly asked a bunch of questions and because people are curious about them. But it also shows how welcoming the Episcopal Church is, and the gap is really just a space to show that welcomeness. Is welcomeness a word?
served a few meals in that kitchen, and it was challenging. Hopefully everything works out, and that kitchen is good for the church. People will participate more in doing dinners and events. It also functions very well for VBS. VBS is exciting in the summer, and the kids enjoy it, and the volunteers that work in the kitchen, they enjoy it. The space is limited, but we make it work. But it's going to be great with the new space in the kitchen.
Hi everyone, my name's Nancy Griffin, and I'm a relatively new member here to Christ Church. My husband Glenn and I have been members for the last 5 years. We relocated to Castle Rock from New England, from Maine. And in joining this community, one of the things that struck us first was really how kind and welcoming everybody was. The first person who approached us was Barbara Nichols, and before we knew it, the second service we came to, she knew our names and had greeted us and made us feel very much a part of this community, which really is the heart of hospitality and the work we do. My role here is a new role for me, and I'm now your point person for hospitality. So your coffee hours, your receptions, those types of things, our celebrations, the Easter brunch, those are all put on for you as part of the community, but really through the members of the hospitality team. We have a great team of people that are part of that. And of course, one of the things that really struck us when we first came here also was the beauty of the church, the beauty of the chapel, and the gathering place where everyone came together. For us, hospitality, or for me, I should say, hospitality is where we take the words of the church, the gospel, the psalms, the readings, and then we put them into action. And usually that occurs connected to the gathering place, whether it's be the great work that I've witnessed that's done for our youth ministry, or the events that are hosted here, or simply having fellowship where we're having coffee at coffee hour after service or between our two services. I do believe when two or more are called in his name, I do believe that that's Christ's work when we come together. For me, as the point person for hospitality, the gap is critically important to how we serve our community and how we connect with others. And I know I've witnessed, I took place this summer, I served on about 4, I think it was, different funeral services where we did receptions here. And I will tell you, it was a little challenging to greet families who were grieving in this space on a hot summer's day. So the renovations for the Gap is going to be critical to the work that all of us do through hospitality, whether it be physically here on our little campus or whether it be out in our community or out in the greater world. So I'm hoping that you'll take a chance to take a look at what they are, the renderings of the new Gap, the new kitchen. For us, what it's going to mean is that we're able to do more and serve more in a comforting and welcoming environment. Some of us are aging, so heat and other things are critical. So having air conditioning in this space is going to mean that we're going to be able to use it, pretty much year round in a way of greeting not only our church community members, but also our community members in Castle Rock and, like I said, beyond. I am struck by how many people do use this facility, those connected to our church and also those connected to other Episcopal churches in the region. So we're hoping that with the support of everyone, that we'll be able to put forward and renovate this space for the good of everybody and to continue the great work that's done here. So thank you.